Welcome back to yet another stream. We are back with a just finished that drum machine yesterday and I'm so excited for it. Pretty fun. Oh yeah. It works! Why is it so much fun to play around with? Man. Well now, we can finally move on from that to our calculator project. We have to fulfill the below user stories and get all of the tests to pass, give it your own personal style. Use whichever framework and whichever technology. But it should contain a clickable element. Pretty standard stuff. Calculator. Yeah. Then actually make a calculator. Oh, and all that jazz. We're gonna have a drum machine. We're gonna have value state. Okay. Calculator. And let's just copy paste it. See. Have main. Need a display though. Okie dokie. Take inspiration from. Let's Google calculator. Should we literally make all the fancy stuff? MU. I even use some of these. One is simple. Eight digit, does that mean I can fit 8 digits max? What is that? Does it play a sound? Confused. What does that button do? Like lacking. That looks cool. What's AC? I times. Like back one. Minus, what's down there? Plus? I like that layout. Like that. Okay, so here's our goal. We're gonna try and make it look like this bamboo calculator. Without that, I think that's it's. I'll check if it should be on. I like that bamboo calculator. I think this is very similar. What is that though? Oh, decimal? That's a decimal. So inspiration comes from these two. Got our inspiration. So now we know what it's gonna look like. Okay, so the layout is gonna be, that's gonna be the div for the display. We need a overall container. It'll just be like a square, can't it? That'll be the display square. That'll be like the calculatable buttons. And the buttons. So the div display, you have the display there, right? Have buttons. They go here for now. And then all of that is part of the main. Might have a description somewhere. Description we're not going to have anymore. Play. Have the LCD. gonna be the output, just so we know. No. Main we have, and that's so. Buttons go in here, right? Buttons. That's buttons. And each button gonna be a button. AC stand for on a calculator. Like clear? Isn't it like on or clear? AC stands for all clear. All AC clears the calculator and resets any function. But there's no clear entry, so I assume it's gonna it'll basically just wipe everything. Okay, so button, ID, one's gonna be AC. It'll be AC. It's gonna be 4. Yeah. Could map, have an array, and then map, but that's not gonna give me the layout I want. Of that many, I think. Have AC, divide, when was it times? There's times next. Multiply. What is that though? What does that do? I wonder what that button. Go back one? Like, do all calculators have that? Backspace on calculator. Is it a backspace though? Like, is that what it is? Yeah. Maybe that's clear. Never know. Guess you can't work on it. I'm gonna assume that we can just backspace one. Call it backspace. And this out of a separate group. So all of these are going to be together. We're going to have another group. Seven, 8, 9 equal. 7, 8, 9 equal. Should we just do 7, 8? Get this later. Equal. Then have 4, 5, 6 minus 4, 5, 6 minus How would you render this? This needs to be in its own one. The 1, 2, 3s, I think. Then 1, 2, 3. And then 0. Is that a period? What do you call it? Decimal. Wait, it was 0 decimal, right? 0 decimal plus. Where's... Oh! That's where the plus was missing. Plus. That's what it should look like. Put a calculator. That looks dumb now, doesn't it? We need to do a flex wrap and all that. So should probably say, this will say AC. It's the time here by not adding. Divide symbol though. Divide symbol. That's so big. Like a big X. divide. Oh, there's. One is backspace, some backspace, right? It almost looks like the left arrow, doesn't it? Look. I think I'm gonna go with that one. Backspace is there. Space. One. Small. Just like a dot. I mean that one, but it would be. Figure it out later. Now I'm just gonna put a. It needs to be like. And then the plus. Now that we've got that, let's jump to our calculator and see what we have for now. Look at that! Oh my god, that actually looks like a calculator almost, doesn't it? Oh. Look at us! Really cool to look at. So before we started we had empty buttons. Now that I've added the symbols, we had our layout for the buttons. The moment that we add in, they actually are. This looks like our symbols. Now we just. The output has to be at the top and this has to be below it, but I'm not gonna. I think what we need to do is they all need to be the same size. So what are they? They're in buttons, right? So if we do buttons dot button width buttons ID of buttons, yeah it is. Oh, never mind, it's not a class. They're all gonna be 50 wide. So that works better already. Okay. And then the 0 was 0, right? Width, it needs to be double whatever the previous width is. There you go. And then So we need a height for these as well. For them to be perfectly square, they have to be the same height. 25, 25, much small. By 40. A little bit smaller. Not 40. There though. Literally just the AC is not centered. What is wrong with AC? Let's study that by double. Then buttons, what was it? Plus? I called it. Height needs to be double, so 60 pixels. It's double long, and then needs to fit in that little space over there. How do we get it to fit in? Like in there? Wait, is it? I've had to have... Wait, what if I put it after 3? 1 to 3, and then enter. That work? Maybe then plus. Let's see if... Ah. We have flex. I think you like section 1, call them sections, and 2, section 5, section 6. They have IDs now, so we can target them. Because sections X technically the plus be with them, and then we allow. Not even neat. Doing that. If we target 1, 2, 3, 4, section 4, right? Display, flex. Section 5. And 6. And change. Section 5 is what we need. Yeah. Section 5. I don't know what a line to add to them. Line, I think. Justify? Justify. Wait, no, but Justify moves them that way. Items? line. Because Justify moves them on x-axis. Y-axis is line. Not align contents, that we know. Not align items. Flex direction, because row is default, right? Column. Column. Because row is default. I don't think it will change literally anything. Adding people? I think it... Plus it's gonna have to come out of there. Might have to be on its own little section. Section 6. Like District 6 sections. Okay. Wonder if that's physically even possible. What I want to do. It's like playing puzzle. We got literally everything in. We just need the plus in. How do we put the plus in? Flex. Same flex group, yeah? For this test, div ID that groups these two. I say test. Okay, so test, display, flex. Problem is, I don't think it can get up there, can it? Check section 6. Not a line and the make it 90. So section 4 only allowed to be 90 pixels wide. What happens then? Oh, that worked. Box sizing? If that works, theoretic. Right after 3. Where would put the others? Right after 3. If I just stick it in there. Right. I wonder the width, right? Now it's perfectly aligned, but then the height. Maybe have it be but part of this div, so div. Just need to play with the width and wait, width 90 pixels. Why aren't you X? So section 6, the width only 30 pixels. You're 20 pixels. No. It's like playing Tetris. Section 4. Section 4 has a display flex. No flex. Part of a group. So that. Section 4, height. I see why that one. Well, forced. No. Div 10 as well. Oh, we did it! No ways, we completed the puzzle. Oh, that is so satisfying. That is so satisfying. The way it just like clipped into place. It's like, boop. Perfect. That was surprisingly hard. Ish. Not too hard, but we did a heights of city. That though in the end? I guess we did. Need section 4, right? Oh, apparently. Yeah, we did to make it like. We don't need section 4. We don't need any of this section. That could be section 4 technically. Live inside. Ah, I need. Yeah. Five. Targeted. I'm building a calculator. I am building a calculator. Just for you. This was the most satisfying piece to the puzzle. Right over here. Welcome, by the way. I was like building this thing. And like, you don't understand. Like, they weren't in place or anything, right? I was like trying to piece this bit by bit. Rendering the elements. AC divide, multiply, backslash 7, 8, 9 equal, etc. And I realized I had to group the 1, 2, 3 and the plus together. And then I had this. And if you inspect the element, you can see there's like, it's a bit too large because it's taking 60 pixels in height because the button is 60 pixels height, the plus. So what I ended up doing was changing the div that it's in to 30 height, and it just groups down. And it's just so nice. It's like a piece of puzzle. It just fits. I don't know if that's going to break anything else down the line. I don't think it should. Literally just setting the height and the overflow. It doesn't overflow here. Like if these had a height of 60, then they would kind of smush on each other. But because hold on. Because all we're doing, bringing this up, nothing else clashes, you know what I mean? So that worked. Right. That needs to be section 4. That needs to be named to section 4. Section 4. Code. Does. That looks neater. That looks like almost like our reference image. Got all the same buttons. Backspace 789 456 0 decimal. Okay, so all I want to do now is center these things because they're not centered. Let's figure out what. They're all part of buttons. They're all part of buttons. AC is in section 1 though. Go buttons. We're gonna display flex and then watch everything break and laugh. Flex direction column. So everything's back to normal. Relax, don't panic. Buttons. Then I think we need align content. Not align content. I want to basically align. You see that AC is off center. Align items. Oh no, that like physics. Oh, okay, got the wrong one. It's not going to be in buttons. We have to target section 1. So section 1. I think we have to do display inherit, so it becomes a flex. Then align items now. Be justify. Okay, it won't be justify content. Justify. I won't give the justify. Okay. Well, and that doesn't center it either. Thought it would. Oh. Text inside of it. We need to actually target button. Buttons button. We already do that. Wherever buttons button is, there it is. Buttons button. Text align center. Ah, I thought that would work. Okay, why is it not center? Explain it to me. So it's got a border around the side. We know about that. 5. And there's padding of 8 on each side. Why? So let's remove that. Do padding 0. Nope. Aha! There you go. So literally removing the padding centers it. There you go. Ta-da! And I'm bothered that it's like 0.001, so all the buttons, that box sizing I think it was, the box. Buttons. Goal point 0.5. Something I'm gonna have to live with. Yeah. Okay. That's the calculator. Now we need a display, which needs to go on the top. For whatever reason, it's on the side. Calculator needs a div. They need to both be in a div. ID equal to calculator. I have the ID be the same as a class. Oh, but it is lowercase. Cool. There we go. Then I will be able to correctly sort this. Okay. And display. Gonna have a border. Display is literally gonna be like an LCD, you know, like that gray color of an LCD. do need is background 3.3. Maybe the LCD. Kind of looks like that, doesn't it? It's a little bit lighter. 444. Is that right? Maybe 555. Somewhere around there. More darker though. It's hard to tell. All I know is that text color needs to be black. That needs to be obviously visible then. Black. Is that visible? To read. Need to be lighter? Like that, okay. And it needs to be from right to left, right? Calculators are right to left, so text align right. Every time you enter something, update and output. We probably need some padding though. Very minimal padding. There's padding on the calculator. So padding maybe 1 pixel all around. Just like, okay, and then we're pushing out, so we need to do border box. I just stick that in main. Imagine. Yeah, it doesn't do that. So under display, box sizing doesn't work. Good box sizing. Oh, it's in calculator. Box sizing. Stop it from doing that. What's funny that I just realized? Actually fine. It isn't an issue here, check. It doesn't go out, it just looks like it because the buttons have whatchamacallit. They have borders around them. It's actually fine. Not an issue. Non-issue. I'll stick it extra. Okay, so now actual handle click part. I didn't think about the logic at all. It's the first time I've gone design first. Make it look nice. Man. So click button, receive type of value in there. Right. Need a handle click function. Every button have a handle click. What if we just register to the calculator? Do that. Can I try something? Add event listener to div ID. Huh? Add it to a specific ID only. Let's try it. So, where would I need to put this though? So document.get element by ID calculator dot add event listener. Right. Select the token. Add event listener, so that's going to be click. This handle can have handle click over here. Console.log event event. What? Handle click equal this dot handle and this, and oh, component did mount. I should probably add those. Okay, so when I click, good. We figured out what the target was. Amazing. Wow. Bad. We know exactly what button is being pressed. This was plus, minus, that was equals, that's backspace, divide. 7 was an issue. 4, 5, 6, 1. Decimal. Where was the issue then? There was... How did we get section 5? I wanna know. Why did I click on section 5? There was a time I clicked on 5. How? There you go. In. Section 5. I think I got the issue. 5 is 120 pixels wide. Be 90. Section 5 hash button. Section 5 width needs to be 90 pixels. Prevented from doing that jazz. Section 5, what? Not respecting. It probably didn't render. Check if section 5. No, it's still 120. Why? Section 5, right? Did I get that right? With that ID. One part? Shouldn't have any relevance. This is 60.